Hey guys, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and I have seen Birds of Prey.
Spectacular news!
And I'm going to talk to you about the ending, which means if you haven't seen the movie yet, or if you do not want to be spoiled, get out of this video right now, because we're going to go into details about everything that happens in the ending of the new film Birds of Prey. Do me a favor before you start, go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. Every time we post a video like this on CinemaBlend's YouTube page, we want you to come and watch it with us right away. Okay, let's talk about the most important element of Birds of Prey, which is the MacGuffin, the thing that everybody is chasing, even though it's not quite as important to the plot as some of us might believe.
A diamond.
The diamond has been picked out of the pocket of Zsasz by Cassandra Cain, the young girl who is the pickpocket who's getting in everybody's problems throughout the course of Birds of Prey. And from the moment that she steals the diamond, everyone in the movie wants to reclaim it for various reasons. The main person going after it is the person who the diamond belongs to in the first place, Roman, the villain, played by Ewan McGregor, also going by the name of Black Mask. So, what happens to Black Mask at the end of this movie? Well, he doesn't get the diamond, as many of you probably suspected, because the bad guy never wins in the end of this film.
I'm the one they should be scared of.
We will not expect to see Roman back for the sequel in any way, shape, or form, though, because in the final confrontation between himself and Harley Quinn, Cassandra puts a grenade into his jacket pocket. Harley pushes Roman off of the pier that they're all standing on, and before he hits the water, he explodes into a million pieces.
Woo! Who's having a good time?
So, there is no doubting about the fact that Black Mask is gone from this world. He cannot be brought back for any kind of Birds of Prey continuation. They have gotten rid of that villain, that nemesis for the birds, so they're going to need a new villain going into the sequel. Now, what makes me think that they're going to do a continuation for the Birds of Prey? Well, it's simple. By the end of this movie, the film has worked as an origin story for a new superhero team called the Birds of Prey, and they will consist of Huntress, Black Canary, and Renee Montoya.
What?
You are so cool.
They also use some of the proceeds that come from the diamond to basically fund their crime-fighting operation. They adopted new costumes, which we're able to see them in, positioned at one point at the very end of the film. Renee walks away from her job as a detective on the Gotham City Police Force because she's sick and tired of her male counterparts taking credit for all the work that she is doing. And she joins together with Huntress and Black Canary, who have now settled their own disputes against ongoing criminals, and the three of them are going to decide to work together as a team. They don't necessarily need Harley for the next movie. It could be a straight-up Birds of Prey film, pitting them against some other villains in Gotham, but now that they've gotten rid of Black Mask, they have a little bit more freedom to work, and they're going to be working together as a team. It is worth noting that Cassandra Cain, an important character in the Birds of Prey, did go on to assume the role of Batgirl in the DC comic books, and Warner Brothers has been trying to get a Batgirl movie up off the ground on its own, and it's possible that if they want to go down that route, Cassandra Cain could actually be brought into the Birds of Prey or take on the Batgirl role, and explore that in the DC Cinematic Universe.
Are we ready?
You blow up you.
But what is going on with the main attraction of Birds of Prey, Miss Harley Quinn? Well, the funny thing is, she's going to be back on screen in another film, but this one's going to be James Gunn's film, The Suicide Squad. However, because DC is not quite as interested in world building and connecting its stories as Marvel Studios is, James Gunn's film is going to be completely separate and detached story-wise from what's happening in Kathy Yan's film Birds of Prey right now. There are little references that point to a thread connecting these films, like Jai Courtney is seen on a wanted poster in Birds of Prey, and that's a reference to both David Ayer's Suicide Squad and the upcoming Suicide Squad, where he's going to play Boomerang also. But basically, Harley is able to sort of go forward into the world and show up in her own movies, and that's clear by the end of Birds of Prey, because she adopts Cassandra Cain as a student protege, but it's worth pointing out that Harley is crazy, for lack of a better word, and she has no real game plan to follow. She's just going to go off on whatever impulsive rant or arc that she wants to go off on, and that might lead her into James Gunn's Suicide Squad story. But she has agreed to take Cassandra Cain underneath her wing, no pun intended for the Birds of Prey, and train her how to be a more elaborate pickpocket criminal lunatic, which is exactly what Harley is. But it's clear that nothing is being done at the end of this film to set up another specific Harley Quinn story. This is really a contained movie that introduces the Birds of Prey, gets rid of Black Mask, puts Harley through a comical and over-the-top R-rated adventure, but doesn't necessarily have to set up another set of films or bridge the gap to another existing sequel. It can just be its own little standalone Birds of Prey movie.
No one gives two shits who we are beyond that.
Most importantly, I know that you guys want to know if there's an end credits sequence, meaning that you have to wait through all the end credits to see some additional footage. Well, there isn't one. There is a joke at the very end of the credits, and it's just a voiceover. It's Harley saying she's going to give you some secret information about Batman, but before she's able to reveal anything, it cuts off and fades to black and the movie ends. Kind of like a Ferris Bueller, or even the way Deadpool ripped off Ferris Bueller.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
But nothing else comes of it. You can basically run to the bathroom if you want to, or feel free to head out as the credits start to roll on Birds of Prey. Hopefully you guys watched the movie before you made it all the way to the end of this video. Otherwise, I have spoiled the new film Birds of Prey for you. Go down to the comments and let me know what you thought about the movie overall. Did you like the ending? Especially, did you like the fate of Black Mask? I personally was caught off guard by how violent that was, but the movie itself is pretty R-rated, pretty mature, and leaned into the violence that sort of comes with being Harley Quinn, so maybe I shouldn't have been as surprised. While you're down there, again, do me a favor, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications, because we're doing videos like this all the time on CinemaBlend's YouTube page, and it means a lot to me when you come and watch them.